going on the trip? Going to Kit.
We're off, just going to pick up Kit. I'm tired because I got too excited and I didn't sleep very well last night.
Good morning. Hello, Harry.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh look, what have we got there?
We have some prime venison sirloin steak.
Oh wow.
This is a radar unit.
That's your radar. You've got GPS. We've got a new aerial augmented reality sensor.
We've excavated about 100 tons of earth out of it.
Oh wow, look at that.
So this used to be up here.
Oh my god, it's so huge.
This is now the well made relatively safe. Had a digger in here one fine Tuesday morning. Boom, plop.
That's amazing.
So how old is it?
Got no idea.
this-
Probably is older than this building.
You've actually concreted around the top.
We sort of stuck a big sausage down the well and then poured lots of concrete around the sausage.
Have you looked to see what's in the bottom, Kit?
We had a big fishing magnet down there and tried to find any.
No pot of gold.
Nothing. No. I think what's probably happened is the sides have all collapsed in and buried the treasure under it.
All right, let's go. Should we go?
Well, let's go. We all know it's there. It won't fall down.
Hello.
My hips.
Are you not sad you're not coming, Chris?
Yeah, how come we didn't move to here?
That's what I told you. Oh, Kit, come on. Let's get in there. We're back in Ilfracombe. Goodwin is ready. We've got some extra gadgets and we're heading to Wales. This is going to be a long trip. It's very sunny. Hopefully we don't get too sunburnt. And hopefully the engine doesn't catch on fire or die. Right, you're getting the sun cream on, Kit.
Gotta be prepared, Harry.
Kit's the one with the house that is doing up for 8 years. Has taken some time off to join me on this excursion. Thanks for the lift, Chris.
It's alright.
See you in Wales.
See you in Wales, Harry.
Okay, let's go. Down we go. How is it, Kit?
Well, I'm enjoying myself so far. It's smaller than I imagined.
Oh look, we've got the video up, look.
Hey, there we go.
So in theory, when we turn around, it'll bring over the waypoints. We're just stopping at a beach which is on one of those best beaches in the world list. It's called Broad Sands Beach. It's a sort of little James Bond. No, it's pretty nice.
To zoom in, do you just...
Oh, you can twist it like that, yeah. Look at these cliffs. Oh yeah, so here's the cable. So basically I need to plug it in underneath you. We've just been bombing along the North Devon coast. It's very wild out here and there's some amazing cliffs. Kit's just having a wee. Yeah, the loo features are not the best. So this is where does Somerset start?
Minehead, no? I don't know.
Yeah.
Minehead.
So we're in Devon.
Beyond.
This is
Still in
Devon.
North Devon coast. It's pretty beautiful. Very steep cliffs.
And it's actually warming up now.
Yeah.
It was a bit chilly, wasn't it?
It was, and now I'm feeling we could swim.
There's definitely got to be some swimming happening soon. The water is cooler than you remember.
Yeah, nice and chilly.
All right, should we get going?
Hopefully the engine will start again.
Try it, Kit.
So we've just crazily switched off.
Look at those rocks.
This is fun.
What are those? They're seagulls, aren't they? Oh no, they're not. They're guillemots. Look at that. What are we looking at here, Kit?
It's a colony of guillemots nesting on the North Devon coast.
Oh, look at this one.
Dive bombing guillemots.
We're just past High View Point.
Look at all the beds here.
Just looking at a little guillemot colony. They're all hanging out here. Here's one coming in. Look at that.
Look at the seal.
Where?
There, in the water.
Oh yeah. It's so wild around here.
I doubt many people ever come down here, do they?
Yeah. All right. Onward.
Let's hit the water. Try and get up on the plane.
So what is it? It's now midday. We're in the midday sun.
This is the life, isn't it? Don't get much better than this, Harry.
These are very wild cliffs. We've gone quite a long way already. We're just cruising along, making our way towards Somerset, and then we're going to peel 10 miles across to the other side of the Bristol Channel into the country they call Wales. Right now we're just having a wild time with steep cliffs and wildlife.
Wild is wild.
The wild.
Of the day.
The wild
It's wild.
Wet and wild. We've just been coming along the Valley of the Rocks. It's a very large set of cliffs here, famous for goats. Apparently there's some wild goats up there. We didn't see any. We could make out a lot of people walking around. This is the very picturesque town of Linton just there. The tide's out so we can't go in, but we just had a phone call from Robin from the castle on the other side in Wales, and he says, I'm in the boats, come and find us. From Linton we're going to head over the Bristol Channel about 15 miles Oh, you've already put the waypoint in. Did you do that?
I did.
You did it! Does it say how far it is? 14 nautical miles across the Bristol Channel. We're going out to sea to meet a man called Robin who is in a castle with an unusual rib. Are you scared, Kit?
Not at all.
You're not at all scared. Are you scared?
No, of course not. I have every faith in Goodwin.
We are going over the horizon.
Out of sight of land.
But you've crossed channels, haven't you?
I've crossed the Atlantic.
You've crossed the Atlantic.
Yeah, that's a big channel.
So this is quite small compared to that.
Yeah, it's a lot more terrifying on Goodwin than it was on the boat I crossed. We've got a bank of cloud coming in, so we're going to have to use the radar.
I know, we might have to use the radar. I do hope so. It's definitely quite cloudy. We're going across the Bristol Channel. Right in the middle of the Bristol Channel. It's a little bit choppy, Kit, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been bouncing away across the channel.
Is this a new jacket?
Oh, I think so, Harry. You tell me. Where did this come from?
You may notice a few new marine gadgets and jackets. Been a bit bangy, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, we're getting past the worst of the choppiness.
Yeah.
Can see land where we're headed. Can see a lighthouse ahead, just about through the fog.
What's it called, the lighthouse?
Is it Nash Point?
Nash or Nash Head?
Nash Head. Yeah, Nash Point here. There's two lighthouses.
This is the new touchscreen. Look at that. Gone pretty. We're well over halfway. What have we got to go now?
6 nautical miles.
Hey, Kit. Here's a pork pie for you.
Cheers, Harry. Cheers. Pork pie cheers.
Melton Mowbray.
Pork pie and strawberries.
So that's Robin on the radio. We're getting to use the radio. It's very exciting. Just having a strawberry, but I can't hear him. Naomi, this is Rib Goodwin. Naomi, this is Rib Goodwin. He's not there.
No, no one there.
We're in Wales.
Here we are. My homeland. I was born here.
Are you?
Yeah, I was born in Carmarthen County Hospital.
We're nearly here at the castle, but it's a bit misty. There it is. There's the castle. Alright, we've made it to the castle.
What a beauty.
But the support team's not here. Maybe they're out there and they haven't got our reception.
No. Come in, Naomi. This is Goodwin.
Good to meet you, Robin.
Yeah, you too.
We finally made it.
Fine. We got about halfway across the channel. Yeah. No, and then that fog descended and it was like, wait a minute, we're never going to find anyone in this.
So this is the oldest rib in the world?
It is indeed. 1967.
Wow. I mean, it looks remarkably similar to this one.
Yeah, some of the DNA in this boat is in yours.
Right, okay. amazing. It's so manoeuvrable. I mean, I think what you don't really want to do is load it down with an amazing amount of camping gear. Fuel.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you very much. This is the oldest.
It's not the first, it's just the oldest surviving.
The oldest surviving rib in the world.
Yeah. And this boat was just, used for training.
Right.
And then it did its sort of service with the students, and then they were on to the next boats.
Right, so should we go in? Shall I get back in that? All right, cool.
So if you jump back in there, and if you... Sorry?
The seats are really comfy.
Grab a bit, and on three we'll just kind of lift and shove.
Yeah, just training.
So we can...
No, probably won't.
Have you broke?
We've made it to the castle. This is St Donat's in Wales. It's a medieval fortress, and it's now the home of Atlantic College, which is an international school for students from around the world. The college has a long association with the lifeboat and sea rescue, and one of the reasons is because it's got this slipway running right down into the Bristol Channel. Robin emailed me and said, hey, you should come to the college. The rib was invented here. I said, Robin, come on, that can't be true. Turns out it was. And Robin has got the oldest rib in the world.
At any one time there are 360 students here and nearly 100 different nationalities. They all come from every corner of the globe. Probably one of the most successful seafaring boats in history is the rigid hull inflatable boat, and not many people know that it was actually invented here by a group of students and staff all the way back in the 1960s to come up with a very simple solution to a problem which was about keeping safe in big seas. There's always been boats in construction here. Some of them are for training, some of them are for search and rescue, some of them are for the experimentation and fun. And so we try to kind of really hold on to that, and we take the students out to sea as often as we can so they know what it feels like and they know how it can change really, really quickly. They come back here, we talk about that relationship between the hull shape and how it performs in the sea. So, you know, they don't have that background knowledge, so they'll come up with something really interesting and crazy. It will sound like, you know.
I mean, I feel like a rib is a strange idea. Anyway.
It's totally. It's like
What is a rib?
Yeah, what is a rib? A rigid hull inflatable boat. I mean,
because people say, "Oh, is it an inflatable?" And you're like, "Well, yeah."
Kind of. You know, here's the problem. We've got an inflatable boat. Its hull sticks to the surface of the water because it's flat, and as soon as it's rough, it's just a really unpleasant experience and really dangerous. So the school here opened in 1962, and they were sailing already within the first year of its opening. They had to have safety boats out there, and so the safety boats were just sort of your bog standard inflatable, probably made by Avon or by Zodiac or something like that, and they're perfectly good boats, but not when it's rough. How can we solve it? And the headmaster at the time, Admiral Desmond Hoare, was from the Royal Navy Engineers, and he just worked with the students and challenged them to come up with ideas. It was built by young students that didn't have a background in maritime architecture or naval design or anything like that. They saw a problem, they could see how rough it was out in the Bristol Channel and how difficult it was to handle boats out there, and they used their experience to come up with the design solutions. The first thing they did was all right, let's make it a rigid hull, let's make the bottom not stick to the surface, let's make it so that it's rigid. They just said, well, boats are V-shaped, so if we just make this a V, and they just refined it and refined it and refined it, and it just went on and on, and it's just evolved from there. And actually the whole shape of ribs hasn't changed that much. Right. So this boat, you know, which is maybe 5 years old, 4 years old, you know, if you look at its whole shape, it's not that different from the little Naomi that is built in 1967. Yeah.
So this is the oldest rib in the world.
So this is Naomi, the oldest rigid hull inflatable boat in the world, built in 1967. Her hull shape is pretty much unchanged in ribs that we see every day now. Egyptian mahogany plywood, which you can't get anymore.
As you say, it's not quite such a deep V.
It's very shallow V.
But it's quite similar to Goodwin.
Yeah, I mean, Goodwin's hull shape, you know, its DNA is here. When they were doing this thing, in the middle of it, they didn't go, hang on, we've just created this incredible invention which is going to transform rescue boats around the world. So they never really kept any of the examples of them. And they gave this one to Barry Sailing Club. And they had a big clear out and they were like, oh, maybe this belongs to the college. And they contacted the college. We were looking at it and it kind of suddenly occurred to us what it could be.
So this is one of the early prototypes.
Yeah, we did a bit of digging around in the archives in the college and we found photographs of it on the swimming pool going through its capsize drills. And then it was like, okay, this was built roughly 1967. We asked some of the students who were around at that time. And then we did it up.
And it looked like it was running pretty well on the water today.
It's absolutely by far and away almost my favourite boat to drive. So we took a mould from Naomi and then we built Harm 1, which is in Japan. And we built this one at the same time. Much like Naomi, but it's a little more capable and it can deal with a bit bigger seas and you can have more crew. And we're called Atlantic Pacific as we started here in Atlantic College, but our first project was on the Pacific Ocean. And initially that's all we were going to do was send a boat to Japan and start a lifeboat service there, but the whole project started to gather momentum and then we were like, oh, we could be building more of these. The lifeboat in a box solution, which is a 40-foot shipping container, which has the lifeboat, a small workshop and a changing room in it. That's Atlantic Pacific. Yeah, so this is the workshop where we currently build the prototypes and all the boat repairs are done down here. But this boat here is called the Hahn Evolution, which is a prototype for a new type of lifeboat which will fit in our lifeboat in a box that can then be deployed anywhere around the world where there's a lack of provision of a lifeboat at the moment. It was only its second sea trial today, so at the moment it's in its very, very basic state.
And this is all handmade, this prototype, yeah?
So this is all handmade. We did cedar stripping at the bow end of the boat to get the complex curves in it. Over a few years there were about 20 different students involved in it. Probably when you saw it in the water, you see it sits very high. Existing boats and all the boats we built before, the actual freeboard on the side here is only about that short.
Right.
But the freeboard on this is really, really, really tall.
It's amazing.
And so this big flat side panel should in turn give it a bit more stability, but it also means that it sits very high out of the water. So these are all ruins, these buildings. They were the old cavalry barracks of the castle. And in this end section here, there were a bunch of sheds, and there were a bunch of sheds up at the top here as well. In every single one, there was a boat being built. So at any one time, there'd be 4 or 5 boats being constructed, and the students would kind of compete with each other to sort of like make either the best one or the wackiest one. So it's always had someone living in it.
Oh, really? Which
yeah,
is unusual.
Yeah, really. I think it's the only castle in the UK that has had permanent residency in it. The previous owner was William Randolph Hearst, and he blinged it out.
He's a baddie, isn't he?
Kind of a baddie. Well, he's Citizen Kane. So he was big newspaper tycoon, media tycoon in the States. And so he bought this, and then he effectively pimped it out, and it's got central heating. The times that he stayed here, just had huge parties here, like Marion Davis, JFK, Churchill, Charlie Chaplin, the list goes on.
How do you say it as well? Did you say
St. Donuts.
St. Donuts.
St. Donuts. Yeah, St. Donuts. Yeah, in Welsh it's St. Dunwith. When it first opened, all the students lived in the castle.
Right. It's a proper sort of fortification.
You'll see it in quite a lot of films.
Is it?
Yeah. And it's in loads of Doctor Who's. So Doctor Who filmed here a lot.
Well, the proportions.
And I think this is amongst the spaces that he had built to fit the features that he had brought in.
Right.
It's from a chateau in France. One of the families that lived in this castle were called the Stradling family. And there's a story that the son of the Stradling family was kidnapped by a very famous pirate who hung out in Lundy. So you guys went to London, yeah?
Yeah, one of the Morisco guys.
Well, he was called Colin Godolphin, and so they built a tower, which is in the woods over there, called the Watchtower, to look out for his ship, and they spotted it, and so they went and got him, and they caught him, and they brought him back, and then buried him up to his head in sand on the beach, and allowed the tide to come in. As well as being fully occupied for all of its existence, is also meant to be the most haunted castle.
Was this a Hearst edition?
Yeah, so Hearst saw this in Wiltshire and just went, oh, I like this.
As you drive along the M4 through Wiltshire, you can see the Bradenstoke Priory, or the walls left from it, on top of the hill.
Oh, really? And it was moved here?
Well, the roof was, and the walls were built for this roof.
So what does this get used for? Disco?
No, they don't unfortunately have the disco in here. What they have in here is assemblies, concerts, plays, shows, and when we were kids, great sliding on the floor.
Yes. You grew up here? Yeah.
Yeah, I was born here.
Were you?
Well, I was born in the hospital in Cardiff, but my parents were already working
So
here.
your parents worked here as teachers? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is basically like your house.
Yeah, that's how I like to think about it. You know, I'm very proprietorial about it.
Yeah. Oh wow. What do you think, Kit?
Well, it's quite nice. I wouldn't mind living here.
Well, we are almost. We're camping here.
A break from my shoveling concrete in general.
Yeah, it's funny that I picked you up on your building site this morning.
Yeah,
And now here we are.
here we are in a castle.
Are you looking forward to getting out tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm hoping for no wind.
Yeah.
Waves.
Some of the staff at the college very kindly putting us up for the night in their garden.
It's a very nice garden, isn't it? Hey Kit, are you getting ready for bed?
Yeah. In their massive tent.
It's a big tent, isn't it?
Yeah, I farted in there already.
Oh no, don't say that.
Oh no.
Tent's all very comfortable.
It's bedtime. Had a lovely evening in this very nice garden with the very nice people who work at the castle, and now it's time for bed.
Lovely fish and chips.
We've had fish and chips.
Yeah.
Good night, Moon.
Stop filming me.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be heading up the Welsh coast to Tenby. Night, Kit.
No, Harry.
So, Kit, you slept very well. That's good. So you can do all the driving. Okay.
Morning.
Good morning, Harry. Sleep well?
No, because I'm too excited. All right, here we go.
I got a lever on here, yeah, the red
turn the red one.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Oh wow, look how that's so quick. How's it feeling like that?
Right, keep going. We pump our boats really hard just because it gives them extra rigidity.
Yeah.
But you will lose some pressure when you're on the sea.
So do you think that's right? Should I?
I'd go a bit harder, but it depends how confident you feel in your seams.
I mean, not very. That does feel a lot better than it was.
Have you got enough fuel?
There's nothing to hit apart from Tusker Rock.
We're just getting the boat ready, and we're going to be heading out along the Welsh coast to Tenby. I didn't sleep very well, Kit slept really well, but hopefully once we get out on the water, my head is going to clear and we're going to cover 54 nautical miles. So the rib was designed here by the students, and then the college sold the design to the RNLI Lifeboat Institute back in the 60s for £1. And here's the cheque to prove it.
Yeah. Do you have a quick morning dip?
Quick swim. Yeah. Let's go in there.
You went in this morning. How warm was it?
It's all right.
Okay.
I've been doing it all year, so.
Okay. In he goes. Beautiful. Oh, it's lovely. Lovely. Well, goodbye, Castle. It's been fun. Hopefully we'll be back. Ah, this is your kind of Bristol Channel brown, isn't it?
A bit murky.
All right, Kit, off we go. Great. Running nicely. Sounds beautiful. The engine is running very nicely. It's just quite, you know, considering it was on fire not very long ago, it's running fine. So we're just making sure when we push this into the waves, we're not going to be struggling with no engine. Tenby, here we come. Off we go. Whoa. Is that right? It feels really sort of like it's like a sort of half a ton just careering away from us. All right, thanks very much, guys. Thanks for having us. Brilliant, thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. There's a boy that's got tractor.
Bye.
Back on the water.
Off we go.
Yeah,
What are we,
come
like
on.
10 to 10?
10 to Tenby.
Off we go. West on the Welsh coast.
Harry's trying to drink a coffee.
Oh no. Can I just have a sip now? Oh, ah! It's just going everywhere. We've just made it to Porthcawl. We're just picking up some groceries. It looks like it's definitely shoppage stuff.
80.
Yeah. Oh, I did think that. Here we go, Kit. And then let's just go straight back on the end. Look, we got a new dangerous AIS target. You know when you said yellow roof, we were like, well maybe we can't see that.
I said, please follow the boat in front of you in that's white with a yellow roof.
When we saw that, we were like, oh, that looks like a yellow roof. Sorry.
That would be the boat I was supposed to follow in.
Sorry about that. We're walking down a long dusty road to the shop. This is Wales.
High Street Boulevard.
Need a bag.
Look at there, some Welsh peaches.
As good as the ones you get on the beaches, oh boys, as the Strangler said.
Greg's got. Oh, these ones. Right, let's get back down there. High speed shopping run complete. Right, there she is. And we get shot of them coming in here.
Good guys, isn't it nice?
Tenby.
Enough.
Yeah.
Well done. Brilliant.
He's going all the way around Britain in it.
Extraordinary.
What's the fastest you've had her going then?
over there. Worm's Head is 15 nautical miles this way. It's pretty flat conditions, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
This is lovely, we're whizzing along. So we're making pretty good time. Got the radar working, see the land here.
Breakers on those rocks over there.
Yeah, I know, it's interesting.
A bit of swell here. A lot of fishing boats here though, it must be good fishing. Worm Head?
Or is it the Worm's Head?
Oh, I think it's the Worm's Head, you're right. The end of the Gower Peninsula. Lots of seabirds, guillemots.
Oh look, here go the guillemots, look. Oh, you can hear them. Look. We've made it to the Worm's Head. It's a sort of giant spit of land with a lot of nesting guillemots. Is that right, Kit?
There seem to be, yeah, a lot of guillemots, gulls, gannets. The guillemots in flight, they really flutter like kind of hummingbirds. Seal over there on the rock. Two of them.
Okay, we're weighing anchor here.
Harry, drop an anchor. Very professional looking, Harry.
This is the most terrible knot system. It's because I got all the other rope back here.
Okay, way too much.
All right, we're anchored. Anchor complete. Well, he went under it. There he is.
Famous, Harry the Wire.
Woo! Woo! Oh, the echo.
Oh yeah.
Got our own private beach here with a little ruin up top.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That is a mill pond.
Lovely.
That was a lovely swim. It's fresh.
Quite the momentum.
Heading to Tenby, another 15 miles that way. Got the drone going. Very flat, almost a mill pond. Right, we've arrived at Tenby. Just coming for a quick look. And Tenby's got a very cool old castle up here. Right, we're just going to try and beach it here. It seems like it's very calm, so fingers crossed.
Straps, does it? Maybe the red bit.
Here we are, Tenby. All right. Time for an ice cream.
Lovely sand, isn't it?
Oh, this is silky. Wafer, please. What flavour have you gone for?
It's the raspberry sorbet with a waffle cone.
Tenby, it's a very picturesque little harbour town. The big ramp structure in the corner of the bay is a lifeboat station, so it's a big ramp for launching lifeboats, and they built a brand new one, so the old one has been since turned into a house, and I think it's on that programme Grand Designs, which I like to comment about a lot on this. It would be quite a fun place to live, and also you've got your own ramp to get your boat in. This is a very good demonstration of our new AIS system. This is us here. We're picking up the AIS signal from these 3 boats. That's Thun Liverpool and that one's Thun London. Harbour First, tanker. Showing these 3 tankers up, and you can see where they're going, how fast they're going. It's quite good because it tells you if you're on a collision course. Right, it's arriving at Stockpole Quay, which will be our home for the night, but it's a very old little harbour. Hello. How are the rocks in there? Oh my god. Loads of jellyfish. Oh look, you're looking like a proper sea captain standing up like that.
Give us a little blast.
It's getting quite shallow. Coming in. Oh. Alrighty. This is a perfect spot kit, isn't it?
Absolutely beautiful for this.
Wow, it's really nice. So put the tent right here.
Well, it's just on the edge here, yeah.
This is
You
perfect.
wouldn't want to sleep here with any weather, would you? But on the day like this,
No, it's fine, yeah.
it's gorgeous.
Camera's on.
Cameras on, I'm stopping talking.
We came all the way across that sea. Are you missing your building site?
No. No, I'm really pleased I'm not mixing concrete, shoveling concrete, digging, generally abusing my body in that kind of way.
Abusing your body. So where are we? We're Stockpole Quay.
Stockpole.
So those ships are going to Milford Haven. Well, maybe we're going tomorrow. Oh nice, you're getting rid of the thistles. You're incredibly tired.
Yeah, can you tell? It's been good though. It's been a really good break. Real holiday, Harry. Thank you.
Oh yeah. This is real. You're going to go back feeling really refreshed to your building site. We're having squash sausages.
Sausages?
Sausages, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of venison sirloin here.
Where is this from?
I shot it in Devon.
Is it really?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You shot this?
I
What
did.
was it doing?
Shot it,
was it
butchered
just
it.
walking around?
Skinned it, butchered it.
And this is sirloin venison steak.
It was a red deer.
How big was it?
Big.
Did it have any babies?
No. Yeah.
So how long are you going to be cooking that for, Kit?
I'd say about 3 minutes aside.
Wow, so you're a big fan of venison?
Well, I prefer to eat meat that I know where it's lived and not lived in a small
Like these sausages?
enclosure. And,
Like they haven't lived in a packet?
well, never. Yeah, it's been in a packet, but you know, before that it was happy.
Yeah.
Well, who knows if it was happy.
It's true, it could have been depressed.
It might have
still.
been a really sad deer. It was living in a nice place on Dartmoor though, and there are far too many of them.
So you don't feel
Can't
guilty?
stress that enough, that there are so many deer, they are a pest. And
Really? So you're doing your bit, basically?
well, there are more deer in the country now than there have ever been in this country before, Harry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no predators, they're out of control, and
So-
other ecosystems suffer really badly from the deer, the damage that they do. So regeneration of forest doesn't occur, and many ecosystems are damaged by deer.
Saying your bit. This is your piece.
This is my piece to camera. Here we- yeah, meat production is really damaging to the environment.
That is true, yeah.
And this is not caused any damage to the environment.
So did you gut this yourself?
I did, yeah. Granaced
Really?
it, skinned it, butchered it.
What kind of gun did you use?
A rifle.
Wow, you're armed.
I am, yeah, fully armed.
Really? So you've got your own rifle?
Heavy.
Are you allowed to have a gun?
I am.
Are you old enough to have a
I'm
gun?
old enough, Harry.
We've got a lot of meat in this dinner kit.
It does look that way, doesn't it, Harry? Mind if I turn it up a little
Please
bit?
do.
Braise the meat. Oh, I really don't want it over.
Do you think the venison's alright having been sitting in a hot bag in the boat for 2 days?
Should we find out?
I mean, the sausages have been in the boat for 2 days
I
as
know.
well. This is very exciting.
Well, that bit's thin, so that's done. I reckon it's done. I really do. Shall we eat?
Okay, let's eat it.
Get that in your back.
Look at
Can
that.
you get one more in there?
Yeah, please.
I think those two are quite well done.
You sure?
Yeah.
It is delicious. It doesn't need ketchup, but then I'm just going to try some. We've got some. Oh God.
Got to brush our teeth, Harry.
That's
Dental
right.
hygiene is very important.
That's true. Oh yeah, I need my toothpaste. That's what it is, Kit. That's cows.
Are you filming me?
No.
What are you filming me for?
Hey, because you're on a video. That's what we have to do to bring it to life.
This
So
doesn't
it's-
feel like I'm very alive right now.
Right. Well.
Yeah, good night, Harry.
Good night,
It's been
Kit.
an absolute pleasure.
Well, it's been a lovely day, but it's not over yet because tomorrow, Kit, it's a whole new day. And
Yeah.
I'm going to try and make us go as far as possible.
No, thank you, Harry. It's been a real honour to be invited on this trip.
Well, hey, stop it.
you know, it's
I couldn't find anyone else. Night,
yeah.
Kit. It looks like you're on the loo. It's Misty.
Morning, Harry.
Morning.
Look at this.
We're going to need a radar today, Kit.
Oh yeah, gonna get to play with your new toys, Harry.
Do you know how to use a radar? How's the coffee?
The coffee is just what I need right now.
Mm.
It's fantastic.
Do you feel very tired?
Yeah, slightly stiff
Mm.
from not used to being on a rib, Harry.
No, that's
Pounding.
it. But you know, you get into it, Kit. It's burning off. Kit's recovering the boat and just having his morning skinny dip.
Beauty. Well, it's not going to take us long to load up stuff.
No. Maybe we should just have a sort out of everything.
Yeah, we could.
You ready?
Alright, let's go. That probably needs to come down now, yeah. How dry are they feeling? Alright, 7.4 metres, pretty much high tide. I've got to say, the engine's running very nicely. Obviously I shouldn't jinx it. No, we're just tootling round to Barafundle Bay. Right, time for a dip. All right. Okay, launch. We're away. Okay, onward. So we're heading to Milford Haven. Can we get through there?
It looks like rocks underneath.
Oh, we can get through there.
No, we can't get through there.
Yeah, we can, yeah. It's well wide.
I think you could swim through there, Kit. Whoa! Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't go through here.
Okay, good. I'm glad we tested it. Very nice. Yeah, wind's getting up a bit, isn't it? You feeling a bit seasick?
So yeah, a bit queasy, Harry.
Oh no!
It's a bit like having a bad hangover. That kind of.
And it's because we've been just rolling here.
I think bobbing around it makes it worse.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do some gunning it
Let's gun it.
to Milford Haven. That's our friend. Look, he's pulling up the pot. Can we see what you've got in your pot? We saw you going out this morning.
Ah, did you?
We were just.
Both was in the key.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was wondering who was in there.
So we.
Like, what's he doing next to my mooring?
I know. I'm sorry about that.
You never know. I might have an option in a minute.
How many pots have you got down there?
A string of 10 for it. We used to have a bigger boat in there.
Really?
We used to have a 32-foot one called Elizabeth Jane.
Wow.
But my boss decided enough was enough, he wanted to sell up. But you don't blame him.
Yeah.
So I thought, sod it, I'm gonna have a go on my own.
How regularly are you out here?
Every day, mate.
Every day?
Yeah.
Is it always as nice as this?
No. Some days you wish you had an office job.
Yeah.
Especially on a small boat.
So now you're loading it back up with bait, and then once you've got them all in, you'll put them all back down again.
I'll swing them back round then, yeah. But I'll set these somewhere else.
Little lobster in there.
Is there a little lobster in there?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's only a little one though, you have to go back.
Yeah, yeah.
Many lobsters about?
No, it's been a bit poor today.
Oh wow, look at that.
But he is small, I'll just check him. Obviously everyone has to be 90 mil. And as you can see, he's well small.
Yeah.
So we chuck him back. We got a picture of him. Go back, you lucky lobster. So I got a 10-minute drive to work, and it's all mine out here. For now. But it won't be now, it's on video.
I know, I did think, but maybe we won't give you a
Everybody's
location.
going to be coming here now.
Here it comes.
Oh, boys, you bring me a bit of luck here, I think.
Oh, look at that, wow.
There you are. This is about half a kilo, this one.
Half a kilo, wow. Yeah, how much shit you get for that?
Oh, now if I tell you too much, you might want to get a fishing boat. That's
true.
the only problem, mate, innit?
But where do you think they'll go? Where would they be eaten?
It all goes to Spain, mate.
Does it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And he's the one who goes back. He's a lucky bugger. He'll whack you with his fast claw, and then he'll crush you with his big claw if he can get hold of you.
Oh god. They're trying to get their own back. You can't blame them.
You can't blame them, right? Someone pulled me out this into this bright sunlight from down there, innit, huh? Oh, boys, you're bringing me luck, you are.
Oh, look at that one.
Oh, there's another nice one. I don't even have to measure him. I know he's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, streamer now, the fisherman streamer.
Yeah, well, I bet you that would be popular, wouldn't it?
2 men in a little boat before, wasn't there? A couple of old geezers. And they done it around in a sailing boat.
Oh yes, yeah, on telly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's a bit more professional than our one. Well, it's been very good to meet you.
And you too. Pray to the fish gods to give me plenty of lobster.
All right, more bird life. What are we looking at, Kit? What can we see?
Well, again, Harry, I think it's guillemots.
But what's that? That's not. Is it? Church Rock. just going around St Govan's Head, and up here is a tiny little chapel. But it's just sort of built into the cliff here, and it's a popular tourist spot. As you can see, there's people up there. I think it's a sort of hermit chapel. Have you got any internet kit? We can look up what it is. Look at that. Now that is a lot of guillemots. That's the guillemot motherlode. You can actually smell the guillemot poo. There are so many guillemots up there. Kit is a guillemot like obsessed fan now. It just...
I love guillemots. I can't get enough of them. They're like little penguins.
Hello. I mean, up there must be what? 5,000?
100 million guillemots.
Look, over there, that guy, he's got a sort of stubby beak, and then everyone else has got pointy beaks.
Oh yeah, the stubby beak is maybe definitely a guillemot.
No, I think...
Could it be male and female?
No, I think
The stubby beaks look just like penguins, don't they?
yeah.
Alright, so let's go to Dale. Let's go and explore, shall we? Alright, pub's closed, but maybe cafe open. Out in the middle of the river here is the ruin of Stack Rock Fort, which it's an old naval defence fort built in 1860, and it had 3 big guns, but it's now looking like it's home to only the birds. Apparently it was manned in World War I as well, but since then unused. Look, 1870 it says on above the door. It's impressive. The fort is actually for sale, or at least it was a year ago, for 150,000, or maybe 295. I can't work it out. 155,000 pounds. This could be yours. It does need some work, but it would be a very nice place to live. Very good access here to all the industrial gas works. It would make a good house, though, wouldn't it? Would you buy it, Kit? 150,000?
Well, beyond grand designs, wouldn't we?
Milford Haven has got a lot of industrial stuff going on, a lot of big oil refinery and gas refinery stuff, I think. It's quite pretty, but there's a lot of industrial stuff. The ships obviously come up here and offload their gas or oil. Absolutely massive.
It doesn't look big enough to be a tanker.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Here, oh, there she is over there.
Sitting down there. How was the drive?
Very nice. Yeah, takes quite a while to get here. Just looking forward to Liverpool.
What have you got on the audio bit?
Oh, well, the radio stopped working.
Oh, great. What, you're joking?
No.
It's another stage complete for Goodwin. We're now deep into Wales, but there's still a long way to go. Hopefully very soon we'll be back here in Milford Haven to carry on around the UK. Great.
The Atlantic Pacific.
Oh, so that's your souvenir from the trip?
This is my yeah, prized possession now.
Well, thanks for joining me.
Well, thank you, Harry. It's been a pleasure. I got a bit seasick.
But you had a lovely time.
It's been amazing.
Right, Chris, ready to head back on the road again?
Yeah, get her on the road.